Thank you, Dr. Adeli, for your time for this interview. The Dr. Khosrow Adeli is IFCC president. Doctor, the year 2022 is a special year for IFCC. The great IFCC family that's around the world wants to know your answers to these four questions. In this year, that IFCC celebrates 70 years of its foundation. The questions are: the first, in your position as president of IFCC, could you give us a short summary of the history of the IFCC?
Thank you, Maria, for inviting me to this interview. IFCC is indeed celebrating its 70th anniversary this year. Um, it would be 70 years since IFCC was formed in Europe initially in 1952 in Paris, and then it actually changed names until the new name has been used for over 60 years now, called the International Federation of Clinical Chemistry and Laboratory Medicine. IFCC has a rich history. It is a scientific organization, and its mission is to advance healthcare around the world by supporting high-quality laboratory medicine and in vitro diagnostics. It has activities both in the scientific field, in education, and supporting research in the field of laboratory medicine around the world. It has a very strong membership. Now 96 countries around the world are members of IFCC. We have over 115 societies in 96 countries. We also have 52 corporate members. These are industry companies involved in vitro diagnostics and laboratory medicine. So between our 96 countries as well as 52 corporate members, we have a very strong community of laboratory medicine professionals in every corner of the world. IFCC is organized through 6 federations, the European Federation, the North American Federation, Colabiocli, which is our Latin American Federation. We also have the Asia Pacific Federation, the Arab Federation, as well as the African Federation. So these 6 federations actually form the structure of IFCC, and therefore we have activities around the world. I hope that answers the first question.
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you for a very important answer, Dr. Adeli. For me, it's a great honor this interview with you. Then the second question is, how have you faced the challenges of meeting the IFCC objectives in these times of the pandemic?
IFCC actually has surprisingly been very active, continued to be very active during the last 2 years, during the pandemic. Despite the pandemic, IFCC has initiated a number of new programs and has very quickly switched from physical meetings to virtual conferences and webinars. We now have a very strong webinar program. So during the last 2 years, we have had almost 30 different webinars presented by close to 100 different speakers. Each webinar has 3 speakers. So we have almost 100 different presentations in the last 2 years. Plus, we also held a virtual conference, IFCC virtual conference, a year ago. In February of 2021, we had a virtual conference on COVID-19 and COVID-19 diagnostics, and it was very well attended. Over 3,000 people attended. We also had a strong corporate support, and It was a very successful virtual meeting, the first virtual meeting of IFCC. So the IFCC has faced the challenge by moving to online and virtual events. We also held IFCC town hall with Kolabiokli, town hall with North America, town hall with Europe, town hall with Asia Pacific, Africa, and Arab Federation. So we have continued our activities despite the pandemic. And actually, in the last year and a half, we have initiated a number of new programs, such as the IFCC newborn screening program to support countries who do not do newborn screening, to help them initiate newborn screening in the country. We also initiated the Global Lab Quality Program. So IFCC is already starting to help countries, especially developing countries, developing nations, to do EQA, external quality assurance. So we have selected 10 countries actually there are 3 in South America, 2 in Africa, 3 in Eastern Europe, and 2 in Asia. 10 countries and 5 labs in each country. So a total of 50 labs are starting, actually this month, is starting an EQA program that it's paid by the IFCC. So IFCC is financially supporting the program to support countries who do not currently have external quality assurance, EQA. So these are examples of programs. I also mentioned a webinar program that has been very successful. So anyways, in summary, IFCC, I believe, has met the challenge by continuing and actually increasing activity during the last 2 years.
The next question is, laboratory medicine has been the center of attention in the last 2 years. What recommendation would you give to IFCC associate members who are working on this important activity?
IFCC societies and professionals, laboratory professionals, is to use this opportunity to promote the role of labs and laboratory professionals. During this pandemic, it has become very clear that labs are vital to public health. You know, the management of COVID-19 around the world has only been possible because of lab support, laboratory testing, PCR testing, antigen testing, antibody testing. These are all laboratory activities. So labs have played and continue to play a very important role in supporting public health. And this is true also, as you know, in patient care. Every day, labs support patient care by providing diagnostic tests. Therefore, I think as lab professionals, we have a responsibility to promote our role in our hospital, in our city, in our institution, with governmental agencies, with industry leaders, with the public as general. So every one of us as laboratory professionals have a responsibility to promote the discipline of laboratory medicine, because it is somehow, it's been regarded, laboratory medicine has been suggested to be a profession without a face, because labs work behind the scenes. The public see the doctors and the nurses. They do not see the lab professionals who are so vital to public health and patient care. So it is our role, our responsibility to promote our discipline. And this pandemic has helped increase visibility of labs. So therefore, my recommendation would be for us to take this opportunity in every country in Latin America, but in every other country around the world, to promote our role, both the role of lab professionals, but also the importance of laboratory medicine as a profession in clinical medicine and public health.
Thank you, doctor. And your recommendation is very important and very true. We need to work towards in your recommendation.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it is every one of us, it's our responsibility to help promote
Exactly.
our field, not just to other labs, but to our physicians, to our nurses, to our administrative management and hospital administration, but also to the public as a whole.
The fourth or last question is, finally, what invitation as president of the IFCC does it make to laboratory medicine professionals?
Well, it is sort of the same invitation that we should all be involved in promoting our profession, but also, of course, be very active at the scientific level and at the educational level, and to participate in IFCC programs. IFCC has many programs, and unfortunately, many countries are not utilizing these programs. So my invitation is, please go to the IFCC website, follow the programs that are being delivered, and try to participate. Participate in our webinars, participate in our committees, working groups, participate in task forces that we have. There are many positions available in different functional groups. So I invite colleagues in Colabiocli and Latin America to actually try to participate more. I realize the language is a barrier, but many of our colleagues actually speak Spanish, and therefore it should not be very difficult to participate in our programs. One last invitation I have is that we are starting, as of April, a new program called Global Lab Week. So this Global Lab Week will be promoting the field of lab medicine around the world. So I invite Latin American countries and Colabiocli to nominate representatives that can help with the promotion in Latin America. So we are developing actually a lot of material, videos, posters, pamphlets, social media messages. Actually, we're working with a company in Argentina called Naranja's, and Naranja's in Buenos Aires is working with us. They are developing many tools, videos, and so on. So I hope that Colabiocli and countries in Latin America use these. We will be sending them end of March, early April. We will be sending them to all countries. So please do use these tools and support the program, the Global Lab Week. So the idea is that in every country in Latin America, we can promote the field of lab medicine and the role of lab professionals. And we will be providing the tools, we will provide the material. All we're asking is that the countries promote.
Exactly, doctor. And my compromise is this: share all the information that you send me and promote of all my contacts that I have.
Actually, Maria, we will also have the videos in Spanish and English. So there will be actually also posters in English and in Spanish. And so it'll be easier to promote them.
Thank you so much for this interview. It's very important for all the professionals around the world. And thank you for your time, for your great answers, Dr. Adeli.
Wish you luck. Hopefully, you'll be able to get your visa and go to Spain. So
I
good
hope.
luck. Good luck. And I hope to see you in Munich.
I hope.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
doctor.
you.
Have a good day. Thank you so
You
much
too.
for your
Bye.
time.
Bye.
Bye.